Hey there, it's Mrs. Hall. Alright, so looking at book 3, pages 4 through 6. So I'm going to first go over a couple of things in the yellow boxes. So the first thing we need to know is what ascending order is. To put numbers in ascending order, that means you're putting the numbers from least to greatest. The range is the difference between the largest and the smallest number. So you're going to take the biggest number and subtract the smaller number from it. Alright, then the mean is the average. So you're going to find the sum of all of the numbers. So let's say they give you 5 numbers. Add those 5 numbers up. Once you get your total sum, you divide that number by 5 because that's how many numbers they gave you. The median is the middle number. So once you put them in ascending order, the number in the middle is going to be your median. The mode is also called the most. It's the number that appears the most in your data. And then we also have the outlier, and the outlier is a number much larger or smaller than the rest of your data. So for example, let's just talk about test scores, for example. So let's say we all took a test in class, and let's say out of 10 students, 9 of you guys ended up with an A, but one person ended up with an F. That F would be the outlier, and we wouldn't let that affect our data. So now looking at page 5, number 3, just to give you an example. So the first things first is we have to rank these into ascending order. So put them from least to greatest. Our smallest number is 101. The next smallest is 103. The number after that is 106, 108, 110, 110 again, and then 112. Alrighty, so this is writing it in ascending order. So letter B asks for the range. Again, the range is when we take the difference between the largest and the smallest number. So in our list of numbers, the biggest number is 112. And the smallest number is 101. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I forgot to take, I forgot 130. So I'm going to throw 130 in there. Alright, so let's redo our range. Okay, our range is the biggest number is 130, and our smallest number is 101. Alrighty, so the range, when we subtract those, 130 minus 101 is equal to 29. Therefore, our range is 29. Looking at letter C, they ask for the mean. The mean, another word for mean, is the average. So to find the mean, we're going to add all of the numbers up, then divide by how many numbers they gave us. So if we take 101 plus 103 plus 106 plus 108 plus 110 plus 110 plus 112 plus 130. Then you're going to ask yourself and count how many numbers do they give us. So they give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once we add these up, we're going to divide this total number by 8. So when I add all of these numbers up, I get 880 divided by 8. So now I take 880, divide that by 8, and my mean is going to be 110. That is the average. Looking at letter D, they ask for the median. So to do that, I'm going to copy my numbers again in ascending order. So I have the same numbers as letter A. And then you're going to cross off one number from each end until we get to the middle. So I'm going to cross off one on each side, then the other, then the other. Sometimes if you have an odd number, you'll be left with one number in the middle, which that number would be your answer. However, when they give you two numbers left over in the middle, when you have an even number of when you have an even number of numbers, we're going to find the mean of those numbers. So now we're going to do 108 plus 110 and divide that by how many numbers we have, which is 2. So 108 plus 110 is equal to 218. And if you divide that by 2, you get 109. So 109 is the number in the middle. It's the median. Looking at letter E, it asks for the mode. So which number appears the most? So as I'm looking at my numbers right here, the number that appears the most is going to be 110 because it appears twice, where every other number only appears once. So my mode would be 110. And then finally for F, it asks for my outlier. So it's the one that's a little bit off from our set. So everything that we have is between 100 and the 110s. However, we have 130, which is a little bit higher than everything else. Therefore, this would be my outlier. If I had a number less than 100 by a good bit, that would also be an outlier because it's a lot less than what they give us. So again, think about that testing sample. Like if we all took a test in class, everyone got an A, but one person failed, that one grade would be an outlier. I hope this helps. Let me know if there's anything else that I can help with. I'm always here for you. Thank you guys. Have a great one.